Well, we are officially in our transfer protocol, which is very exciting. It kind of feels unreal because we've been obviously working towards this point for a very long time. But I will just catch you up to speed a little bit. Today is my first PIO shot, so I wanted to record that because Garrett happens to be out of town, of course, today. And they're like, you guys need someone, or you're gonna need someone to inject you with the PIO. Garrett's gone, and that was a work trip that was already planned before we knew we were gonna be transferring. But no one else knows we're doing this right now, and I don't want to break that. So I just decided that I'm gonna do it myself, and I can do it. The only thing that I'm like a little unsure of is like where to do it, because you're supposed to do it like on your muscle, on your butt. And I think I know where it's at. I will show you how I watched videos and decided where to put it, but after today we will see if that's correct. But anyway, we had, I say we, but it's like me. I had a surgery called a hysteroscopic myomectomy. So basically it wasn't like through my stomach, it wasn't laparoscopic or anything. They go up down there and with the camera, and then they removed my fibroids. And I don't know, I don't recall if I even updated you on that. I had a hysteroscopy after my egg retrieval, and we had our embryos made. They've been frozen for months. And then the hysteroscopy was supposed to just clear any polyps or anything in the way. We would have moved forward with the transfer a couple months ago. But basically they found no polyps, and they did find 2 fibroids. So my doctor wasn't able to remove them. I needed to go to like a real OR at the hospital. So we were trying to get scheduled. Everything was booked way out. Initially our consultation wasn't even supposed to be for like another month from today, but that would have made us wait like 2 to 3 months just for a consultation, and then still get scheduled and then still heal after that to move forward with transfer. So easily would have put us back like 5 to 6 months. I really did not want to do that. I mean, if that's God's will and that's the only option, then sure. But this was a doctor that our doctor referred us to, and he really wanted us to work with him. So I'm like, okay, well then we're gonna need that to be sooner. So they did pull some strings. They got us in sooner, and my surgery was like pretty easy compared to a lot of the stuff that doctor does. I'm trying to consolidate this really quickly for you. Basically, they moved us up sooner. We still had to wait like a month and a half, I think, to get a consultation, and then another few weeks to get scheduled. So it did give us like 2 months of nothing. But I just took that time to work on lowering inflammation. I lost like 12 pounds. You know, just working on my health. Bummed about the delay, but initially bummed about the delay. But then now I'm grateful for it, because I was able to lower some inflammation and get to a better place in my body now that I think I'm more prepared for the transfer anyway. Then we had the surgery. They removed 2 fibroids as well as a new polyp that had developed since that month and a half from the hysteroscopy. So that was good. Everything got cleared. And then initially our doctor, I don't know if he was being conservative, had said that it was going to be a couple months in between when we could actually move forward with the transfer to allow my body to heal. But I think it just kind of depends on like what they find in there, because we did have something new come up, the polyp. But everything was cleared and it looked good. I actually got off birth control. I'd been on birth control for like months. I really don't do well mentally on it. Like, it makes me pretty depressed, and like I struggle. Like, I really am like not myself. So I asked if I could get off of it, because I was thinking we'd have a couple months to move forward. And they're like, yeah, as soon as you're done with your surgery, you can get off birth control. So I got off birth control. We had a call with our doctor 5 days after, and he was like, okay, you're still on birth control, right? Like, we might be able to get you down the cycle because everything looks really good. He saw obviously all my images and everything. And I was like, actually, you guys said I could get off of it because I thought I was gonna be waiting a couple months. So basically he's like, okay, like the 5-day mark was kind of like the last day to try to make it work, where I would be starting that day basically for the transfer protocol. Everything is super timed. If you're not familiar with IVF, everything is super timed. The reason they put you on birth control is to control your cycle, so that they can put you on it and then take you off of it when they need you to, and then start medication properly. And so that day he's like, can you come into the office and we'll just see if like your ovaries are quiet. Basically, there's not any dominant follicles at the time, and then we could move forward with transfer this month. And I'm like, yeah. So I go in, not super hopeful, just because we're used to not great news usually. So I go in like, it's probably not gonna work, whatever. We'll just wait a couple months, which was the original plan regardless. But we go in and everything looked good. My blood looked good and everything was quiet and ready to go. So then we proceeded to move forward with the transfer protocol. So that's catching you up on the speed. Everything kind of feels like it happened really fast. And Garrett's like, all this just feels like it's happening so fast. And like, obviously he had these trips planned that he couldn't change for work. So like, I'm having to do some of these shots and stuff by myself. Not impossible. I'm not obsessed with it, but I will do what I have to do. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. So we're moving forward, and I had my first lining check, and my lining was at a 9.86 a few days ago. So then the transfer was scheduled for a week out from that. So now we're like 4 days away from transfer, which is really exciting. So I'm starting PIO today, and actually I need to like start prepping it because it's my first time doing it, and I just wanna make sure that I'm like prepared. So you're all caught up. And now you'll watch me attempt to do PIO. Let's go. I'm happy to be in our transfer protocol, so I'm thankful, and I will just figure it out. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to freak out. I'm gonna stay calm. Even though that's terrifying, we're gonna stay calm. Okay, so we are doing 1. That feels thick. Okay. So we're in, and then we have to change the needle. And then we're gonna warm it up in my fingers because people say that obviously it's an oil, so it's really thick. If you rub it in between your fingers, it gets to body temperature and then will inject easier. I'm also talking to my phone, and I'm talking to my camera up here because I have a YouTube channel, TikTok. So you guys are hearing the same thing here. But that's on. And now I'm just gonna go like this. Some people also say to put it in your armpit. It's just probably like personal preference. I don't have a personal preference because this is my first time. So I'm supposed to be doing it right now, but I'm gonna give it another second to warm up. Okay, I'm gonna stay cool. I'm gonna stay cool. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, we're not gonna think about it too much. Don't mind my butt cheek coming out. I will hide it if you see anything. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna make sure I'm relaxed. It's fine, everything's fine. Yeah. No, we're not worried. Oh, I mean this, not scary at all, no. It's scary. She's ready and we have to just not think about it. Is that even my muscle? See, I'm second guessing myself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that feels weird. It's definitely thick. I'm going so slow and I can feel it going in. Okay, I can't believe I just did that. I'm sweating. I'm sweating, but I did it. There's actually no blood, which is amazing. Day 1 done. We did it. See, you just can't like get in your head. Getting in your head is the problem, always. We did